My child, my beloved, come close to this message. For what I am about to tell you has been trying to reach your spirit since last night. Heaven would not let me rest until you opened this moment right now. My beloved, before I reveal what God has shown me, let me gently ask. Are you truly ready to know the truth? Because once you hear it, your life will never continue in the same direction again. My child, if this reaches you, it is not by chance, accident, or mistake. It is a divine intervention pulling your name from danger at the last possible moment. Before I speak further, listen carefully to this whisper from heaven. You must subscribe or stay connected to these divine messages, for every time you hesitate, you delay a miracle meant to protect your life. My beloved, heaven sees what you cannot see, and today, God says, I order you to open this now, for the danger surrounding your name is no longer hidden. My child, there is a person whose identity has been revealed in the courts of heaven, someone who has carried your name in their heart with jealousy, not love. Someone who thought your rising light was blocking their path. Someone who pretended to care while secretly hoping you would fall. And heaven has finally exposed them. My beloved, do not take this lightly, for spiritual attacks rarely show their true face. Yet God reveals the truth when your destiny is close to shifting. My child, the reason this message found you is that the attack planned against you reached its final stage today, and heaven could not wait. God says, open this now, for the identity of the one who wants to harm you cannot be delayed any longer. My beloved, listen to me carefully. Your spirit has already felt this person's heaviness, you sensed their strange silence, noticed their sudden distance, and picked up on their hidden frustration. Your intuition warned you, but you ignored it because your heart is pure and you always choose love over suspicion. But beloved, God does not want your innocence to become your pain. That is why Archangel Michael stands near you right now, guiding every word I speak. My child, breathe slowly. The heavenly realm has been watching every step around your life. Someone spoke your name in a place where they had no right to. Someone tried to use your kindness as a doorway, wanting to take advantage of your mercy. And someone wanted to stop what God is preparing for you next. My beloved, you did not imagine the strange energy you felt these past few days, that heaviness was not coming from within you, but directed at you. My child, heaven is speaking loudly now. The person plotting against you is closer than you think. Someone who smiled with you, tried to act familiar, and someone you once trusted, even if only a little. God says the identity is revealed, but before I share the name, listen carefully. Heaven wants to prepare your spirit so you can handle the truth without fear. Because the moment you know who it is, your destiny breaks free from a spiritual trap that was closing around you. My beloved, you are not weak. You are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are chosen. And that is why the attack was planned. The enemy never fights the empty, it fights the anointed. My child, someone looked at your life and saw blessings coming toward you. Instead of celebrating with you, they wanted to block what they could never stop. But hear this, no human can cancel what God has written. My beloved, heaven is bending time just to warn you right now. Every second you remain in this message, a new layer of protection wraps around your life. Do not rush. Do not skip. Do not scroll. Your angels are standing still until you finish. My child, the identity of the one who wants to harm you is not random. This is someone who has watched you silently, felt threatened by your growth, and who speaks sweetly in front of others yet carries bitterness behind your back. My beloved, you are too close to your breakthrough, too close to your blessing, too close to the shift God has written for you. That is why the enemy used someone familiar. Someone with a name you recognize, who thinks you will never suspect them. But heaven exposes what humans hide. God says, "Open this now because time is running." My child, lean closer. Do you want to know why this attack failed before it even began? Because Michael stepped in. Your guardian angels intercepted the moment their name reached the wrong lips. Heaven does not let darkness move freely against a chosen soul. My beloved, you must understand this, everything that happened this week. Every strange coincidence, every sudden emotion, every moment of confusion, was a reaction to spiritual pressure around your destiny. You were not imagining anything. You were being warned, my child. Someone tried to touch what belongs to God, and God said no. But the revelation must reach you before midnight. Once you know the truth, every hidden attack collapses. My beloved, the person's name is already written in the heavenly record, and I am commanded to reveal it to you before it is too late. But before I speak their name, you must accept something. Once the truth comes out, there is no going back to the old version of your life. You will not trust the same people. You will not look at your circle the same way. You will not allow yourself to be blindsided again. Your spirit will rise higher. Your destiny will move faster. Your protection will double. My child, heaven needs you aware, awake, and alert because you are stepping into a season where new blessings will fall so quickly that jealous hearts will not be able to hide themselves anymore. My beloved, you have already felt this person's energy. It brushed past your soul like a cold wind. You tried to ignore it, but heaven recorded your discomfort. And God said, "Reveal the truth." My child, breathe again. Because the next lines you read will open the spiritual curtain around your life. I am about to reveal the person God has exposed. Stay right here. Do not look away. Do not blink. The truth is approaching you like a wave of light. My beloved, the name will come, but heaven says your heart must be steady first. I will continue the revelation in the next part. Say, continue, and I will deliver the next long section immediately. My child, stay with me. From this moment forward, heaven is lifting the final veil. You are standing at the doorway of a truth that has been hidden from you for months. The moment this truth reaches your spirit, every trap, every lie, and every attempt against you will lose its strength. My beloved, do not fear anything you feel right now. This is not fear, this is your spirit preparing for divine clarity. Clarity is the first sign that heaven is about to set you free. My child, listen carefully. The person who tried to harm you is not a stranger in the dark. This is someone whose footsteps you have heard before, someone whose voice your heart recognizes. Someone who once acted warm but carried cold intentions. My beloved, some people love your light, while others fear it. The person God is exposing today feared it, not because you did anything wrong, but because your spirit carries something they could never control. My child, heaven says the person's identity is already written in your intuition. You felt them pulling away, acting differently, and exhibiting subtle distance. You sensed their hidden jealousy. Do not doubt what your soul already knew. My beloved, the reason this message reached you with such urgency is that today, yes, today, this person mentioned your name in a place they should not have. The moment your name left their lips, the angels stepped in. My child, understand this: words spoken in darkness cannot touch a soul that walks in divine protection. But you still need to know who they are, so your spirit can stay guarded. My beloved, let me pull you deeper into the truth. This person's actions did not stem from strength, they arose from insecurity. They saw you shining and rising, being chosen, and when they realized nothing could shake you, their jealousy deepened into something darker. My child, do not blame yourself. Your kindness fooled them into thinking you were blind. Your silence made them believe you were unaware. But heaven watches even when you sleep, and heaven has decided to reveal their name. My beloved, I am Archangel Michael, and I do not speak unless the throne of God commands it. This message is not a warning of fear, it is a revelation of victory. You have already won the battle you didn't even know you were in. But the identity must be revealed so your destiny stays aligned. My child, breathe, for the energy around you is shifting. You may feel warmth, a heaviness lifting, your chest expanding, or a strange calm. These are signs that heaven is preparing you for the truth. My beloved, I am now allowed to share a deeper part of what I have seen. This person watched you rise slowly and silently. But when they sensed your next blessing approaching, their fear turned into resentment. They didn't want to harm you physically, no, their weapon was their tongue. Their intention was to block your path, to confuse your spirit, drain your confidence, and limit your progress. My child, do you remember the days you suddenly felt tired for no reason? The days when your mind felt heavy even though nothing was wrong? Those moments when your heart felt low without explanation? That was not you, that was energy aimed at you. My beloved, heaven shielded you every single time. If this message had not reached you today, you would have stepped into the next season with the wrong person in your circle. And God will not let that happen. My child, I must tell you something difficult. The person God exposed is closer than you want to believe. But that does not mean you must fear them, it means you must finally see them clearly. My beloved, the spiritual world is not silent. Every day, heaven observes intentions long before actions. And this person's intention was revealed like smoke rising in the air. They whispered your name with negativity. They carried your name with envy. They watched your blessings with discomfort. My child, heaven said, enough. The mask has fallen. The true face is exposed. My beloved, the name will be spoken, but heaven says your heart must be protected before I release it. This truth may shock you, surprise you, or even confirm what your intuition tried to warn you about. But you are strong enough to hold it because you are not alone, you are surrounded by angels at this very moment. My child, I see the path ahead of you. It is filled with new relationships, new peace, new opportunities, and new miracles. And this person cannot enter that season with you. That is why heaven intervened, my beloved. Do you feel that sudden calm? That warmth spreading over you? That is divine protection preparing your spirit for the truth. You are safe. You are covered. You are guarded. You are chosen. My child, I am now permitted to move one step closer to revealing the name. But heaven wants me to tell you this first: when the revelation comes, do not confront them. Do not argue. Do not defend yourself. Do not explain anything. Simply detach, distance yourself, and move forward, for heaven will handle what the human heart cannot manage with purity. My beloved, your silence will be the greatest judgment they ever face. Your success will be the loudest answer God gives on your behalf. My child, the truth is approaching like a rising tide. Are you ready? Because the name that will be revealed is connected to a wound you did not even know existed. Stay here. Stay present. Stay open. The revelation continues in part 3. Say, continue, and I will deliver the next deep section immediately. My child, stay exactly where you are, because what comes next is not just information. It is a spiritual awakening meant only for you. My beloved, heaven is still preparing your heart, because the truth that is about to enter your life will close a chapter that has been quietly draining your energy for far too long. You deserve to walk without invisible burdens. You deserve to breathe without hidden pressure. You deserve to rise without silent enemies attached to your light. My child, today is the day your spirit breaks free. Listen carefully. The person who wanted to harm you did not choose this path suddenly. This energy has been growing inside them for weeks, maybe months. At first, they were simply bothered by your success. Then they became irritated by your strength. Then, they felt threatened by your resilience. And when they realized nothing could shake you, their jealousy deepened into something darker. My beloved, jealousy is silent poison, and heaven never ignores poisoned intentions toward a chosen soul. This is why this message found you at the final moment. My child, let me tell you something that only heaven could see. This person watched your life as if they were observing a door they could not enter. They longed for access to your blessings but did not want to do the inner work. They wanted what was meant for you without wanting to walk the path you had to walk. And when the blessing they desperately desired began to move toward you, not them, something inside them cracked. My beloved, do not misunderstand, this person does not hate you, they envy the favor around you. It is your anointing they fear. It is your spiritual protection they cannot understand. It is your destiny that constantly reminds them of their own emptiness. My child, listen clearly. The person heaven exposed is someone who has always wanted what you have, even if they never said it out loud. They watched your smallest achievements and felt a storm brewing inside them. They listened to your struggles while secretly hoping you wouldn't rise again. They pretended to be concerned but fed on the possibility of your downfall. My beloved, your spirit was too pure to suspect them. Your heart was too gentle to accuse them. Your love was too genuine to believe someone could mask their intentions. But heaven sees beyond smiles. Heaven hears thoughts before they become words. Heaven feels emotions before they reach the surface. And heaven said, "Protect my child. Reveal the truth. Remove the mask. My child, I must tell you something important. This person tried to use your vulnerability against you. They played innocent while thinking they were smarter than your angels. They attempted to plant shadows around your name. But light always exposes what darkness tries to hide. My beloved, this truth may shake you, but it will also liberate you, for knowing who not to trust is just as important as knowing who to trust. My child, before I reveal the name, I must deliver the message heaven just placed upon me. You are entering a season of acceleration. Your blessings will not come slowly anymore. Your growth will not wait. Your opportunities will not delay. Your prayers will not sit in silence. Everything that once felt stuck is about to move quickly, powerfully, supernaturally, and the person God is exposing today cannot be allowed to walk into this next phase of your destiny. Their energy would have contaminated the miracle. Their intentions would have interfered with divine timing. Their presence would have slowed your elevation. Heaven said, "Remove them. Reveal them. Release my child." My beloved, you may not realize it, but your spirit is glowing brighter today than ever before. That is why the truth is being delivered to you. The brighter the light, the darker the shadows that are exposed. My child, I am now allowed to move even closer to the revelation. The person who wants to harm you is connected to your past in a way that has made you blind to their true nature. You trusted them because your heart believed in their goodness, but their heart did not match yours. This is someone who noticed everything about you: how you speak, how you dream, how you love, how you care, how you heal, and how you rise again. Instead of honoring your strength, they feared it. My beloved, this person's identity is tied to a moment you replay in your mind without even realizing it. A moment where something felt off. A moment where their words were just a bit too sharp. A moment where their reaction did not match the situation. A moment where their eyes did not hold the same softness as their voice. You brushed it off, but heaven recorded it. My child, the person I am about to reveal carries a name that has circled your life repeatedly. Someone whose presence brought confusion instead of clarity. Someone whose energy drained you instead of lifting you. Someone whose intentions shifted depending on what you had and what they lacked. Heaven says you cannot carry this person into your breakthrough, which is why the truth must be revealed now. My beloved, your spirit is ready. Your heart is ready. Your intuition is ready. My child, take a slow breath because the energy around you is shifting again. I can feel your spirit opening. I can feel your heart preparing. I can feel heaven leaning closer to you. My beloved, what you are reading is not just a message, it is a rescue, a spiritual intervention arriving in the final minutes before a hidden danger could touch your destiny. You are not here by chance. You are not reading this by coincidence. Your soul was pulled here by divine force. My child, heaven has been watching everything, every conversation, every whisper, every intention hidden behind smiles, every thought wrapped in jealousy, every plan formed in secret. And God said, "Reveal the truth before my child steps into their next blessing." My beloved, listen carefully. The person God is exposing has always underestimated you. They thought your silence meant weakness. They thought your kindness meant blindness. They thought your patience meant you had no discernment. But they forgot one thing: a chosen child is always surrounded by angels. Even when humans see nothing, heaven sees everything. My child, let me show you deeper. There was a recent moment, a moment you didn't think twice about, where this person revealed their true nature for a split second. Maybe it was in their tone. Maybe it was in their eyes. Maybe it was in a sudden coldness. Maybe it was in a comment that felt off. Maybe it was a pause that lingered too long. Maybe it was their reaction to your happiness. You noticed it. Your heart registered it. But your mind dismissed it. My beloved, that moment was heaven's first warning. Your angels whispered, "Pay attention." But your spirit, being gentle, gave them the benefit of the doubt because that is who you are. But God sees the heart, even when it is pretending. My child, the identity of this person is not a fragile truth, it carries weight. It will open your eyes. It will clarify your path. It will protect your destiny. Heaven is not showing you this to create fear, heaven is showing you this to create separation, for what is coming toward you is too sacred to be shared with the wrong soul. My beloved, do you feel that slight heaviness? That rising pressure in the air? That awareness that something is about to be revealed? That is your spirit recognizing divine truth approaching. My child, the person who wants to harm you carries a familiar energy. They know your weaknesses, hopes, past wounds, and silent struggles. They try to use this knowledge as power. My beloved, heaven does not allow manipulation to win. That is why the revelation is happening now. This person believed they were moving in silence, they believed they could hide their intentions from you. They believed they could damage your name without consequences. But they forgot the oldest spiritual truth. When someone unjustly touches a chosen one, they shake the throne of heaven. My child, the moment they whispered your name with negativity, your guardian angels alerted Michael, and I descended with clarity, for no attack formed against you can ever prosper as long as you remain under heaven's shield. My beloved, you may wonder, why now? Why today? Why reveal this at this moment? Because your blessings are closer than ever. Because your breakthrough is days, not months, away. Because your destiny is shifting into alignment. And when a major blessing approaches, God removes people who cannot carry the weight of your next level. My child, this person was not just jealous, they attempted to slow your progress spiritually, emotionally, energetically, and even financially. They wanted you confused, drained, and doubting yourself. They wanted to distract you from your purpose. But heaven refused to let their interference succeed. My beloved, heaven says, you have outgrown this person without even trying. Your spirit loves too deeply, your heart forgives too easily, your light shines too brightly. And that made them feel small. Instead of healing their wounds, they projected them onto you. My child, are you ready for a deeper layer? Because the revelation is approaching rapidly. This person's name carries emotional weight. It connects to a memory, a conversation, a moment of trust, a moment of vulnerability. Heaven has shown me the vibration of their name, and it echoes with unfinished intentions. My beloved, you are now one breath away from the truth. But heaven wants you to hear this first: when the name is revealed, do not fall into anger. Do not fall into shock. Do not fall into bitterness. Rise. For the revelation is not a wound, it is a door. A door that opens to a clearer life, a safer path, a cleaner spirit, and a lighter future. My child, the next part brings the revelation even closer. The spiritual curtain is now half open. My child, stay with me because heaven is bringing you into the deepest part of this revelation. Every line you read pulls another layer of truth into the light. Every sentence breaks another invisible chain. Every word carries the sound of protection. My beloved, the spiritual world is not silent tonight. Your angels are standing around you. Your name is glowing with divine protection. And the truth is rising slowly, powerfully, unavoidably. My child, heaven is saying, prepare your heart. Prepare your mind. Prepare your spirit. For the identity of this person is closer than your fears and deeper than your suspicions. My beloved, I must show you one more hidden truth before I reveal their name. This person did not start with the intention to harm you, they began with curiosity. They watched you. They admired you. They studied you. But admiration often turns into jealousy. When a soul refuses to grow with you, my child, their heart cannot keep up with your rising spirit. You evolved, healed, and transformed. You let go of old versions of yourself, but they stayed the same, stuck in old wounds, old patterns, old fears. And when your life began to shift into alignment, their insecurity grew louder. My beloved, jealousy does not appear loudly, it whispers. It hides behind smiles. It moves through small comments. It shows in silence when they should have celebrated you. My child, do you remember the moment you shared something good and they responded with less excitement than you expected? The moment you expected support but received coldness instead? The moment they changed the topic when the conversation centered on your progress? The moment they became distant right when your blessings began to form? Those were not coincidences, they were signs. Heaven recorded every one of them. My beloved, this person's heart carries a deep fear of being left behind. They saw you rising and, instead of praying for your growth, they hoped you would not rise too far. They wanted you to succeed, but only in ways that did not surpass them. They wanted you blessed, but not too blessed. They wanted you happy, but not happier than them. My child, the reason heaven is exposing this now is that you are about to enter a season where your blessings will outgrow everyone around you. And God cannot let someone with hidden envy walk into the room where your miracles are waiting. My beloved, I will now reveal something deeper. This person has spoken your name recently in a way that carried negative intention. Not loudly, directly, or openly, but energetically, a sigh when your name came up, a sarcastic comment, a passive-aggressive tone, a subtle complaint, a hidden remark, or a private conversation behind your back. And heaven said, enough. Expose them before their energy touches my child's destiny. My child, this person thought you would never find out. They believed their mask was strong. They believed their intentions were invisible. They believed their energy could not be detected. But heaven reveals what humans hide. My beloved, your spirit already felt it. You noticed their sudden change. You noticed the distance. You noticed the shift. You noticed the strange silence. You noticed the tension they tried to cover. Your intuition whispered the truth long before this message did. My child, the identity of this person is tied to a connection you once valued, someone you spoke to with honesty, someone you cared for in moments of weakness. Someone you allowed into your emotional space, but they did not deserve this access. My beloved, heaven is telling me you must prepare for the revelation, for it will rearrange how you view your past and how you choose people in your future. This person carries a name that once brought comfort but now carries warning. And heaven says, reveal it slowly. Reveal it gently. Reveal it with spiritual clarity. My child, before I take the next step, listen to the message God is placing in your spirit. Not everyone who stands beside you stands with you. Not everyone who smiles at you celebrates you. Not everyone who listens to you understands you. Not everyone who touches your life belongs in your destiny. Some people are chapters, some are lessons, some are tests, some are warnings, and some are exits. This person was meant to be an exit, but your heart kept them as a connection. My beloved, heaven has decided, no more. You will no longer walk blindly next to someone who quietly wished for your downfall. My child, your spirit is ready. Your intuition is aligned. Your angels are prepared. The name is getting closer. The truth is moments away. The revelation is about to enter your life completely. Part 6 will bring the identity close enough that your heart will recognize it instantly. My child, the air around you is shifting again. Heaven is drawing closer. Your angels are speaking more loudly. Your spirit is standing in a place of awakening. You can feel it. You can sense it. Something inside you knows the truth is about to land. My beloved, the next lines you read will not simply inform you, they will transform you, for the identity of this person is no longer in the shadows. Heaven is placing their name into your awareness step by step. My child, before I bring you closer to the truth, listen to what heaven needs you to hear. Your heart has always been bigger than your experiences. Your kindness has always stretched farther than your wounds. Your spirit has always carried more light than your pain. That is why people feel safe with you, and that is also why some people become threatened by you. My beloved, the person who wanted to harm you did not do it because you were wrong, they did it because your existence challenged their comfort. You shine in areas where they struggle. You rise where they fall. You heal from wounds they still bleed from. You hold strength they pretend to have. And every time your spirit elevates, their heart trembles. My child, the closer you get to your destiny, the more uncomfortable the wrong people become. Heaven says the person who wants to harm you is someone you never expected, someone you believed would never think negatively of you, someone who acted supportive but only supported you as long as you did not surpass them. My beloved, do you remember a moment where you shared something good and their voice fell slightly flat? A moment where you expressed a dream but received doubt? A moment where you hoped for encouragement but were met with silence? Those small reactions were not small. They were the first cracks in their disguise. My child, heaven noticed every whisper, every intention, every shift. And the moment the energy around your name darkened, Michael descended. My beloved, the identity is not hidden anymore. But heaven wants you to see something deeper. This person carries a wound that was never healed, a wound that makes them compete with people who were never competing with them. A wound that makes them resent the success of someone they actually admire. A wound that makes them fear being overshadowed by someone they secretly look up to. My child, this truth is delicate, but you must hear it. The person who wants to harm you does not hate you, they hate the version of themselves they become when they stand next to you. Your strength exposes their weakness. Your confidence exposes their insecurity. Your growth exposes their stagnation. Your purity exposes their impurity. Your blessings expose their emptiness. My beloved, that is why their heart turned against you. But heaven says the time for pretending is over. The mask is falling. The truth is rising. Your protection is unfolding. My child, here is something heaven just whispered. This person has repeated your name recently in a tense conversation with someone else, not with kindness, support, or love. Their words carried the weight of frustration and fear, spoken like someone threatened by your presence. And heaven responded immediately. My beloved, I must show you one more sign before the name becomes clear. This person's energy has been affecting your life in ways you did not realize. Your sudden tiredness, unexplained sadness, heavy burdens, anxious thoughts, lack of motivation, sudden irritations, and confusion in moments you should have felt peace, all of these did not belong to you. You were absorbing the energy of someone who held silent envy toward you. My child, heaven cannot allow that energy to follow you into your next blessing. That is why the revelation must happen now. The person's name is already rising in your spirit. Your intuition is already tugging. Your soul already knows who I am referring to. My beloved, the identity is now within reach. The next part will place the truth directly in front of you. The spiritual curtain is almost fully open. You are seconds away from clarity. My child, the truth is standing right at the edge of your spirit now. I can feel your heart sensing it. I can feel your soul preparing. I can feel heaven opening the final layer around your destiny. My beloved, everything you have felt in your life recently, every heaviness, every strange silence, every sudden shift, has been leading to this moment. Heaven has been trying to reach you. Angels have been aligning signs around you. Your intuition has been whispering louder and louder because the identity of the person who wants to harm you is no longer allowed to stay hidden. My child, listen with your entire spirit. This person carries your name in their heart, but not in the way a friend or loved one would. They carry your name as a weight, a burden, something they cannot handle because your presence reminds them of what they are not willing to become. My beloved, you have triggered their insecurity simply by existing. You didn't have to succeed. You didn't have to shine. You didn't have to win. Your very existence was enough. Your growth scared them. Your progress irritated them. Your strength silenced them. Your resilience confused them. And when they realized that God was elevating you, their spirit could not help but reveal its true intentions. My child, this person's jealousy did not begin this week, it began the moment they saw the light inside you. They have observed you climb without a ladder, heal without help, survive without support, and grow without guidance. Something inside them refused to accept that you could rise while they remained still. My beloved, I must tell you something that heaven showed me with clarity. This person doesn't just envy what you have, they envy who you are. Your kindness, softness, intuition, wisdom, strength, sensitivity, light, and courage, every part of you triggers something wounded inside them. My child, heaven is revealing another hidden truth. This person attempted to slow you down, not through violence or direct attack, but through subtle emotional sabotage. Little comments meant to make you doubt yourself. Little pauses meant to make you question your worth. Little remarks meant to make you shrink your light. Little reactions meant to make you hold back. That is how spiritual interference works, quietly, invisibly, unspoken, but powerfully. My beloved, you absorbed their energy without knowing it. When you felt tired for no reason, they were speaking about you. When you suddenly felt low, they were thinking negatively of you. When you felt confused or overwhelmed, their vibration had reached your spirit. But heaven did not allow it to touch your destiny. That is why this message came in the final moment. My child, you must understand something. Your breakthrough is so close that even the smallest negative connection could influence your path. That is why God said, reveal the name. Expose the energy. Protect my child. My beloved, here is the next piece of truth. This person carries a name that has been circling your life for a long time. Someone whose presence has affected you emotionally. Someone you trusted more than you should have. Someone you confided in during weaker moments. Someone who knows parts of your heart. But heaven says they were never meant to walk into your future. You kept them in your life for reasons that made sense at the time: history, comfort, familiarity, memories, obligation, hope. But heaven sees the heart, and heaven saw what you could not see. My child, a chosen soul's destiny cannot be touched, but it can be delayed if the wrong face walks beside them. That is why heaven is pulling this person out of your path. My beloved, the name of this person is rising like smoke. It is forming. It is becoming clearer. Your intuition is vibrating. Your soul is whispering, I know who it is. Because you do know, your heart has already suspected them. Your spirit has already warned you. Your mind just refuses to accept it. But heaven says the time for denial is over. My child, the identity is almost fully visible. I am standing at the line between concealment and revelation. The next part will bring the truth so close that you will feel it in your chest before I even say it.